In the last video, we are seeing the problem statement for the mat foundation design. Now, we have to do the design by using the SAFE software. So for that purpose, I have to open this SAFE software and a new file. So the design code we have to choose IS456 2000. The units we have to check, which will be metric, that is kilonewton, meter and centimeter. Okay, then the modify, check the IS code, then the clear cover for the slab, that is the for footing we have to assume 50 mm at the top as well as at the bottom, and the diameter of bar we have to choose 22 mm. Okay, and then click on the grid. So we have to form a grid. So in the X direction you have to use the 19 grid lines, and in Y direction also you can use 19 grid lines, which is having a spacing of 1 meter both in X and Y direction. Click on OK. So we'll get here a grid. After that we have to define the material. So go for the define material, add new material. Grade of concrete we are using M40, so it is for the concrete. Now the unit weight for the concrete is 25. The modulus of elasticity is 31622.7. then the thermal expansion at 0.25, and the cube strength which is 40. Okay, then add new material here, HYSD 500, that is rebar we are uses, and which is having unit weight and the models of elasticity. Okay, so both the material we are defined here. Click on OK. Now next, define the slab property. So for the slab property, here add new property, and we can write here mat foundation. Use the grade of concrete is 40. The thickness of the foundation or mat is 900, I am assumed initially, and this is type is mat. Click on OK. See here mat foundation property we have defined for the slab. Click on OK. Next, now define the column. So go for define column property, add new property. So already we know that there are two different types of column we are uses. See 500 by 500 of material M40 grade. Change the dimension 500 by 500 and click OK. Then add new property again in the same, but here the column is of 600 by 600. The material is same, so change the dimensions of 600 by 600. Okay, so both columns we are defined here. Now they define the soil subgrade. So it is soil subgrade. Here soil 1 is there, we have to modify it. Soil 1 as it is we have to keep, and already we are calculated that. Just put the value here 3 into 10 to the power 4. Okay. Okay. After that we have to check the loadings. So load, it is load pattern. Here dead load and live load we are considered, so it is okay. Then check the load cases, dead load, live load, which is for static, linear static is there. Okay, so we'll go for the load combination. So we have to add the combination. So initial first combination is of dead load of scale factor 1.5 and live load of having again scale factor 1.5. Okay, so first combo is defined. Then the second combo, which is having dead load of scale 1 and live load of scale 1 again, but it is for the service conditions. Okay, so both the combinations we are defined here. Now we have to draw the slab area. So we go for the draw here slab area. Now the back foundation should be there. So for that slab we have to go, initial point is from this 18 meter here and close. So here we are draw the slab again, but the dimension of this slab is 18 by 18, but our actual dimension of the mat foundation is 2 meter extended. So you have to expand this given foundation slab. So for that purpose, for expanding this, you have to go, first of all select the slab, press escape to come outside, then choose the slab. It is one area is selected here, then go to edit and edit area, that is expand. So the offset value we have to put 2000 mm, that is 2 meter. So here in such a way that we are expand our slab on all sides by 2 meter distance. Now we have to draw the column. For that we will go for the draw column. Now here type is column, property below is done, property above is 500 by 500 column, height below which is 0 and height above which is 2 meter. Okay, now we have to place our columns. Now our first column we have to put here. After that the spacing is 6 meter, second column, then the third column, fourth column, fifth column, sixth and seventh are different size. This is the 8th one, then 9th, 10 and 11 is different again. So here it is 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So all these are 500 by 500 columns we are drawn. Next we have to select the 600 by 600 column. So from here it is 6 meter, 600 by 600 one, second one, third one, and fourth one. So in such a way that we are draw all the columns, that is 500 by 500 column as well as 600 by 600 column. Now the next step, we have to draw the design strip. So for that, we go here, draw design strips. So for design strip, again here strip A related to the horizontal, that is in x direction. So the width of strip we are assumed 4 meter. So we have to keep all the values of 4 meter and start drawing. So very carefully we have to draw these lines. Right click outside to accept the command. Second strip, third strip, missing the point. Yes. So all the 4 column strips we are drawn. Now change the B, that means in the Y direction. First strip, second, third one, fourth one. So in such a way that we have to draw all the column strip lines by using the draw main.